How apropos that they asked the finance guy to do his testimony while we're doing the offering. My name is Frank Ciamachilli, and I am the finance guy for the church. I also am part of the worship team. And when Pastor Jim asked me to do my testimony, the first thing I thought about is this could be a 12-part mini-series, and probably Kevin Spacey would have to play me, or Christopher Walken, somebody that's a little out there. But I only have 3 minutes, so that's a good thing, because if I did my entire testimony, you people would be fleeing for the exits, I'm sure, at some point. I was raised a Catholic. My family left the Catholic Church when I was still fairly young, I think maybe 9 or 10. My father just became disillusioned with the whole Catholic aura. But all I remember, what I remember the most is you had to learn a foreign language. And then as soon as you learned that foreign language, then they changed back to English. There was a lot of smoke and incense and stuff being tossed around by a golden ball by a priest. And there was a lot of calisthenics involved, stand up, kneel, sit, kneel, stand, kneel. So it was great if you're trying to lose weight or if you enjoyed the scent of incense, but it really didn't teach you a lot about a relationship with God. It taught you about a relationship with a priest. I did go to catechism, and the Catholic Church gives you a great foundation for the Bible and for God, but it doesn't tell you how to have a relationship with the Lord. That was left to the priest. You had to kind of go to the Lord through him, which I became disillusioned with that as I got older, because I was really afraid of my sins that I was telling him on Saturday nights. He was going home and going, what am I doing in this line of work? Then all through when I went to a junior camp, like the one that our young people went to, I unofficially accepted the Lord as my Savior. We did a winter camp and then a summer camp, and the summer camp was 5 days. And one night around the campfire, they had asked if anybody had given their life to the Lord and had a personal relationship with the Savior. I kind of thought, well, I'm a Catholic. I used to sit in church. But, a favorite saying of mine that I've heard many people use is sitting in church doesn't make you any more a Christian than sitting in your car or in your garage makes you a car. So I gave my life to the Lord at that point. It was in junior high in 8th grade. I'm not sure exactly, or I am now, but I wasn't sure exactly what all of that meant. But I knew that something came over me that told me that I needed to submit and I needed to give the Lord my life. All through high school, I was fairly godly. I don't know how you would describe that, but I was a member of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. I led Bible studies, attended Bible studies, did many things, and then I had the opportunity to become a professional baseball player. I signed with the Philadelphia Phillies out of high school, and I no longer needed the Lord because I had everything. And 5 years later, I discovered that I didn't have everything. I lost everything. A rotator cuff injury forced me out of the game. I was jobless. I was penniless. And I have had many struggles in my life since that point. And I can't go into them because I only have about 30 seconds left. But I will tell you this, that being a Christian doesn't absolve you of your sin. Being a Christian doesn't mean it's okay to do whatever you want. And I want to tell you all that as you look around this church, no matter where you look, whether you look up on stage, whether you look to your left or your right, the person sitting next to you or the person you are talking to, or the person you are listening to is not more holy than you are. We are all sinners, and we all have a lot of things that are going on in our lives. And we are not good people sometimes. In fact, somebody told me not too long ago that I'm just not a nice person. And that hurt me. I wasn't being a nice person at the time, but it did hurt. And I think we all just need to understand that, God is full of grace and full of mercy no matter how rotten we are. And some of us, including me, can be pretty darn rotten, I will tell you that. Someday, if Pastor gives me a 12-part mini-series, I'll go through my whole testimony, and it will shock you because I haven't been a nice person many times in my life. But I have always sought the Lord's forgiveness and His grace and His mercy. And it is a very warming feeling to have that. when you have nothing else in your life. And that's it. Thanks.